Have you ever paused for a moment and truly felt the subtle currents of energy that pulse through your home? Imagine if I told you that a hidden powerhouse of energy resides right in your living room. Not some ancient artifact, but something as commonplace as your television set. It's absolutely true. That familiar screen, while offering hours of entertainment, is also a potent emitter of energy. It embodies the elements of both fire and metal, radiating powerful waves of light, sound, and electromagnetic force. But here's where it gets interesting. This energetic emanation doesn't always harmonize with its surroundings. When you introduce objects linked to other elements, like wood or earth, think of your beloved books or peaceful plants. Near this TV energy source, you inadvertently create a conflict. This energetic discord can disrupt the positive flow within your home. And believe me, the consequences of such imbalances can extend far beyond your living room, subtly influencing your career path, your closest relationships, and even your overall well-being. In today's enlightening journey, we're going to reveal those everyday items that should never find themselves in close proximity to your TV. We'll explore how these seemingly insignificant placement errors might be subtly undermining your tranquility and prosperity. By the end of our time together, you'll possess a clear understanding of how to refine your living space to cultivate an environment brimming with positive energy, inviting abundance, serenity, and clarity into your life. But that's not all. Before we delve into these crucial insights, why not set a powerful intention for our time together? Take a moment to inscribe a positive affirmation in the comments below, something like, "My home radiates prosperity," and begin actively welcoming good fortune into your world. And while you're at it, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Buddhist Wisdom Daily for more profound wisdom like this. Let's unlock the hidden energies of your home and craft the sanctuary you truly deserve. Why the TV matters. The television stands as a surprisingly potent source of energy within your dwelling. It's a convergence of fire and metal elements, constantly emitting strong waves and light, generating considerable energetic activity. However, this very energy can clash with other elemental presences in your home, leading to a state of imbalance. For instance, positioning items associated with wood or earth near the TV, such as your cherished books or calming plants, could trigger energetic disturbances. These disruptions can cast a negative shadow over various facets of your life. In this insightful exploration, we will delve into the specific items you should always keep at a distance from your television and, importantly, how to rectify these common oversights. Now I'm going to tell you the most important thing. By the conclusion of this video, you'll have a crystal clear grasp of how to maintain a home filled with positive energy, naturally attracting prosperity and inner peace. Before we proceed further, feel free to share a positive affirmation in the comments below, perhaps something like, "My home is a magnet for prosperity," to actively invite positive outcomes into your life. And don't forget to show your appreciation by liking this video and subscribing to Buddhist Wisdom Daily for more enlightening content just like this. Books near the TV. At first glance, placing books near your television might appear to be a perfectly harmless arrangement. After all, both are familiar fixtures in many homes, aren't they? Yet, when you delve into the deeper principles of feng shui, a subtle but significant error emerges, one that can exert noticeable effects on your life. Books are potent symbols of wisdom, the pursuit of knowledge, and inner peace. They embody the quest for learning, often linked to a tranquil, reflective energy that is essential for profound contemplation and focused study. The TV, conversely, is a hub of dynamic, high-energy vibrations. It's a source of light, sound, and electromagnetic waves that can actually disrupt the very peaceful energy that books require to foster concentration and reflection. It's akin to trying to find inner stillness for meditation in a bustling marketplace. Focus becomes incredibly challenging, doesn't it? A timeless teaching from Buddhist philosophy reminds us, the mind, like a garden, must be tended with care. Too many distractions leave little space for growth. In this context, the jumbled energy created by positioning books near the TV can impede not only your ability to concentrate, but also subtly impact your spiritual and material well-being. In practical terms, this energetic imbalance can ripple outwards, affecting more than just your reading habits. It might manifest as heightened stress levels, difficulty maintaining focus, and even trigger unnecessary and draining disagreements within your family circle. When the TV's potent energy absorbs the serene essence of your books, it can create a stagnant flow in your life, particularly impacting areas like education and financial prosperity. But that's not all. What can be done to address this? The solution is remarkably simple, yet profoundly effective. Keep your books at a respectful distance from your TV. If space is a constraint, think about employing partitions or storage containers to fashion a protective barrier. This barrier will shield your books from the electromagnetic waves radiating from the TV. By doing so, you safeguard the peaceful energy that your books embody, allowing them to nourish your mind and contribute to your prosperity. 2. Clocks near the TV. Clocks, with their steady, rhythmic tick-tock, embody the continuous march of time. Across many cultures, they symbolize life's cycles, prompting mindfulness and reflection on the preciousness of each fleeting moment. Within the framework of feng shui, clocks are perceived as objects that regulate energy, particularly the flow of time itself. They foster stability and a sense of order in our surroundings. However, when a clock is placed in close proximity to a TV, this delicate harmony can be disrupted. The TV, with its constant barrage of light, sound, and electromagnetic waves, is a wellspring of fluctuating and somewhat chaotic energy. A clock, intended to signify serenity and continuity, suddenly finds itself in opposition to the dynamic, ever-shifting presence of the television. Buddhist teachings frequently emphasize the importance of stillness and presence in our daily lives. True peace arises not from the absence of external noise, but from cultivating the ability to find stillness within it. This principle resonates perfectly with the energetic conflict between a clock and a TV. The combined energies of these two objects can foster a restless environment within your home, potentially leading to increased stress, anxiety, and even disturbances in your sleep patterns over time. This energetic dissonance could even extend its influence to your financial stability, as imbalances in energy can subtly impact your career and business ventures. An ancient proverb wisely states, "Time is a river, and the river cannot flow smoothly when disturbed by rocks." In this analogy, the rocks are the chaotic energies emanating from the TV, disrupting the steady flow of time and balance that the clock is meant to establish. Now I'm going to tell you the gist. By relocating the clock away from the TV, you enable both elements to fulfill their intended roles without interference. This promotes mental clarity, a sense of stability, and a greater feeling of control over your time and your life. 3. Sitting with your back to the TV. We've all found ourselves there, perhaps relaxing on the couch or in a chair, with our backs turned to the TV, almost mindlessly watching the screen. But what many may not realize is that this seemingly innocuous posture can subtly disrupt the flow of energy within our lives. In feng shui, the energy field that surrounds us is just as crucial as the tangible objects in our home. For us to feel grounded, secure, and healthy, our personal energy field needs to remain robust, stable, and uninterrupted. When you sit with your back directly facing the TV, you inadvertently place yourself in a vulnerable position. The TV, as we know, is a powerful source of electromagnetic radiation, light, and sound. This constant emission can disrupt your personal energy field, potentially leading to feelings of discomfort, increased stress, fatigue, and difficulty concentrating. You might even begin to experience physical symptoms, such as persistent headaches or insomnia, which can be subtle manifestations of this energetic imbalance. This principle echoes the Buddhist concept of right posture and meditation, highlighting how the physical positioning of your body profoundly influences the flow of energy within you. Ancient wisdom teaches, a body in stillness cultivates clarity of mind. When you are seated with your back to the TV, your posture is often unsupported, which weakens both your physical and mental energy. You become more susceptible to external distractions, which ultimately disturb your inner peace. For those actively striving to strengthen their careers or pursue personal growth, this energetic imbalance can subtly manifest as poor decision-making, career instability, or even financial setbacks. It's a seemingly small detail that most people wouldn't consciously consider, yet it can exert a more significant impact than you might initially imagine. How can you rectify this situation? The solution is remarkably straightforward. Simply rearrange your furniture so that your back is supported by a solid wall or a sturdy chair, rather than being exposed to the TV. This simple adjustment will help you maintain a stronger, more stable energy field and minimize unnecessary distractions. If space is limited, consider using a high-back chair or even a small partition to create a more energetically stable environment. The benefits of this small change can be immediate and noticeable: improved concentration, clearer decision-making, and a greater overall sense of security in both your personal and professional life. 4. Plants near the TV. We instinctively know that plants infuse our homes with life, freshness, and positive energy. They are potent symbols of growth, vitality, and the harmonious flow of the natural world. In fact, many cultures believe that plants possess the remarkable ability to absorb negative energy and purify their surrounding environment. However, when placed too close to a TV, these life-affirming plants can actually suffer. In Feng Shui, plants are associated with the wood element, which represents life, renewal, and tranquility. The TV, in contrast, embodies the fire and metal elements. These elements, particularly fire, emit powerful energetic waves that can disrupt the natural vitality of plants, essentially burning away their life force. As the fiery energy emanating from the TV clashes with the wood energy of the plants themselves may begin to wither, lose their vibrancy, and even die. This withering can be symbolically interpreted as representing decline and stagnation, often subtly linked to potential financial losses and diminished health. We've all heard the saying that a dying plant can reflect a period of misfortune, haven't we? It's not solely about the plant's physical condition. It carries a deeper spiritual significance as a symbol of energetic imbalance. In Buddhist philosophy, there's a resonant ancient teaching: when the roots of a tree are disturbed, the whole tree withers. This powerfully illustrates how the harmony of our environment, whether physical or spiritual, is deeply interconnected. When we allow conflicting energies to dominate, it's not just the plants that suffer. The very energy around us begins to falter and diminish. To restore balance and harmony, simply move your plants away from the immediate vicinity of the TV. Position them in areas where they can truly thrive, such as near windows where they can bask in natural light. By providing them with the space and conditions they need, you are not only nurturing your plant's well-being, but also actively nurturing the positive energy of your home. When plants are healthy and vibrant, they naturally radiate positive energy, and your living space feels lighter, more alive, and more vibrant. This seemingly simple adjustment will contribute to promoting both physical and financial prosperity, ensuring that life flourishes within your home in both tangible and spiritual dimensions. 5. Sacred objects near the TV. Many of us thoughtfully place sacred items, such as Buddha statues, Feng Shui stones, or other spiritual objects, near our TVs, believing they will attract wealth, offer protection, and enhance positive energy. However, this is a common mistake that many individuals make without fully realizing the potential consequences. The electromagnetic waves, light, and energetic emissions emanating from a TV are intense and dynamic. These powerful energies can often overpower the more subtle and refined energy of sacred objects. Within the practice of Feng Shui, we understand that every object carries its own unique energetic frequency. Buddha statues, for example, symbolize peace, compassion, and enlightenment. They are imbued with the energy of stillness, tranquility, and protection. However, when these sacred objects are placed near a TV, an object that constantly emits chaotic and disruptive energy, they can inadvertently lose their potency and effectiveness. The electromagnetic waves from the TV can disrupt the peaceful aura that these items are intended to radiate, making them less effective in bringing prosperity, peace, and stability into your home. This concept reminds me of a timeless Buddhist proverb: a still pond reflects the world clearly, but when the water is disturbed, the reflection is lost. This profound teaching applies directly to our environment as well. When sacred objects are placed in an environment filled with noise and chaos, such as in close proximity to a TV, their inherent energy is disrupted, and they cannot fully fulfill their intended purpose. If you possess sacred items like Buddha statues or feng shui crystals, it is always best to place them in areas with less electromagnetic interference, such as on a dedicated altar or in a peaceful corner of a room. This thoughtful placement will ensure that their positive energy remains strong and vibrant, allowing them to continue to attract wealth, health, and good fortune into your life. Protect and nurture the energy of your sacred objects by creating a calm, undisturbed space for them, enabling them to work their subtle magic without energetic interference. 6. Candles and essential oil diffusers near the TV. Candles and essential oil diffusers are frequently employed to cultivate a peaceful, tranquil environment within our homes. Their gentle light and soothing aromas promote relaxation, calmness, and a sense of balance. But watch to the end, and you'll find out the most important thing. When placed near a TV, they can actually contribute to a destructive clash of elemental energies. The TV's energy, rooted in the fire and metal elements, creates a sharp contrast with the peaceful fire energy of candles or diffusers. This contrast generates an imbalance that can negatively impact the overall atmosphere within your home. This energetic clash can subtly contribute to emotional instability within the household. The fire energy from both the TV and the candles, when combined with the electromagnetic waves, can disrupt the natural, harmonious flow of energy, making the space feel restless and unsettled. In Buddhist teachings, we often emphasize the paramount importance of inner peace and harmony. In the Dhammapada, it is beautifully stated, "May all beings be at peace." To truly cultivate peace, we must actively create harmony, not chaos, in our surroundings. This includes being mindful of how different energies interact with each other within our living spaces. Imagine this scenario. You light a candle with the intention of meditating and finding inner stillness, but the surrounding energy emanating from the TV feels overwhelming and intrusive. You are actively trying to create a peaceful atmosphere, but the environment itself feels unsettling and counterproductive. This internal conflict arises because the energy that surrounds us directly and profoundly impacts our ability to remain calm, focused, and centered. To restore energetic balance, thoughtfully place your candles or essential oil diffusers in areas that are distanced from the TV. Choose locations where they can effectively promote a soothing and peaceful atmosphere without interference. Consider enhancing the calming ambience by adding plants or crystal items that naturally harmonize the room's energy. For example, crystals like amethyst or rose quartz can amplify the calming energy you are trying to cultivate, while plants can gently purify the air and absorb excess electromagnetic waves. When you allow these items to function as they are intended, your home will naturally feel more peaceful, emotionally stable, and more aligned with your intentions for well-being. 7. Water near the TV, the clash of fluidity and stability. Water embodies the element of fluidity, continuous change, and adaptability. It symbolizes life's ever-flowing nature, nourishing us and representing our emotions, wealth, and wisdom. The TV, on the other hand, is associated with the metal element, which represents stability, logic, and structure. When these two seemingly opposing elements are placed in close proximity, they can clash in a way that subtly disrupts the natural flow of energy within your life. In feng shui principles, water is thought to nourish metal, but when it is positioned directly near a TV, it can paradoxically weaken the overall energy flow in your space. This energetic disruption can manifest in various aspects of your life, including your career trajectory, financial stability, and even your personal relationships. Have you ever experienced periods in your life when everything felt inexplicably out of balance and challenges seemed to surface unexpectedly from all directions? The seemingly innocuous positioning of water near a metal energy source could be a contributing factor to such imbalances. As Buddhist wisdom teaches us, change is inevitable, but peace is found through balance. Water is undeniably essential for growth and positive change, but an excess of unrestrained flow can lead to chaos and instability. This principle applies directly to our immediate environment as well. When you place water, such as a beverage or even a decorative fountain, in close proximity to the TV, the overall energy in the space can become unstable, potentially creating obstacles and imbalances in your life's path. Furthermore, placing water near electronics also presents a practical risk. Accidental spills can cause significant damage to your valuable TV, or worse, create dangerous electrical hazards. This not only puts your expensive devices at risk, but can also lead to increased stress and unexpected financial burdens. To restore energetic balance and practical safety, diligently keep beverages and all sources of water at a distance from your TV. If you wish to introduce a calming water element into the room, consider incorporating a small, thoughtfully placed fish tank, but ensure it is positioned well away from the TV. The peaceful energy of water can harmonize with the room's overall flow without disrupting the energetic field around the television. In Buddhist philosophy, the principle of balance is paramount, and water should be intentionally used to enhance, not disrupt, harmony. By thoughtfully placing your water sources in appropriate locations, you will not only protect your electronic devices but also ensure that the energy within your home flows smoothly, bringing clarity, prosperity, and inner peace into your life. 8. Large speakers near the TV, the disturbance of vibrations. Music, sound, and vibrations have the power to uplift our spirits and invigorate our souls, but when incompatible energies collide, they can unfortunately have a disruptive effect. Large speakers are potent tools that generate strong vibrations, intense enough to influence the very atmosphere of a room. When positioned too closely to a TV, the vibrations they produce can interfere with the TV's delicate performance, potentially leading to technical issues such as screen flickering, sound distortion, or even overheating. But the impact extends beyond just the electronics. On a deeper, more spiritual level, the constant noise and vibrations emanating from large speakers can contribute to emotional instability and heightened stress levels. This is especially relevant in a home where cultivating balance and peace is a priority. In Buddhist teachings, silence is often revered as a sacred practice, as it allows individuals to connect more deeply with their inner selves and with the world around them. The Dhammapada beautifully states, "Silence is a source of great strength." When we introduce an excessive noise into our environment, it can disrupt the inherent harmony and peace that we are consciously trying to cultivate in our lives. In our fast-paced modern world, we are constantly bombarded by external sounds, yet the true path to inner peace often necessitates creating quiet spaces for personal recharge and reflection. When large speakers are positioned near a TV, they not only disrupt the energetic flow of the room, but also subtly affect our emotional equilibrium. This cluttered energetic environment can make it more challenging to maintain focus, concentrate effectively, and remain calm amidst daily life. To cultivate a more harmonious environment, keep large speakers at a respectful distance from your TV. Consider opting for smaller, less powerful speakers that will not disrupt the energetic flow within your home. These smaller speakers will still allow you to enjoy music and media, but without the potential risk of overwhelming the delicate energy balance of the room. Embrace the Buddhist concept of right speech and extend it to sound in general. When the energy you introduce into a space is harmonious and thoughtfully considered, the world around you naturally becomes calmer and more peaceful. By ensuring that your home is filled with balanced sound and light, you will cultivate an atmosphere that is conducive to peace, focused attention, and emotional well-being. As the old saying wisely reminds us, the quieter you become, the more you can hear, and within that silence, you will often find the clarity and harmony you seek. 9. Phone chargers near the TV, a tangle of chaos. We've all likely experienced the frustration of dealing with tangled phone chargers and cords, haven't we? While they might seem like harmless everyday clutter, when placed near your TV, they can actually create both practical and energetic issues. The heat generated by phone chargers, especially while in use, can potentially damage the delicate internal electronics of your TV over time, possibly leading to malfunctions or even short circuits. But beyond these physical risks, the visual clutter of tangled cables contributes to a chaotic energetic atmosphere within your environment. In Buddhist teachings, the mind is often likened to a clear pond. When the surface of a pond is cluttered with debris, the reflection becomes distorted and unclear. Similarly, when your physical space is cluttered and disorganized, your mental and emotional clarity can become compromised. The messy tangle of cables near your TV sends out subtle chaotic signals, potentially disrupting your focus, increasing underlying stress levels, and creating a general sense of unease. You may find yourself feeling subtly unsettled or easily distracted, much like how you feel when you are constantly bombarded by notifications or unnecessary noise. This is not just about the physical clutter itself, it's about the underlying energy it generates. Tangled cables can be seen as symbolic of confusion and disorder. They subtly pull energy in multiple directions, making it more difficult to focus on what is truly important and meaningful in your life. When the surrounding energy is chaotic, it can be challenging to maintain a peaceful mindset or effectively achieve your goals. The solution is surprisingly simple. Consciously organize your cables and chargers away from the TV area. Utilize cable organizers or clips to keep cords neat, untangled, and ideally out of sight. Not only will this practical step help protect your valuable electronics from potential damage, but it will also contribute to restoring a sense of balance and order to the room's energy. A tidy, uncluttered physical space naturally promotes clearer thinking, and a clear mind is essential for cultivating a more peaceful and focused life. Incorporating order and simplicity into your environment is deeply aligned with core Buddhist principles of mindfulness and simplicity. Simplicity naturally fosters clarity, and clarity, in turn, brings inner peace. When your physical space is uncluttered and organized, your personal energy becomes more aligned with your true self, fostering an environment where prosperity, peace, and clarity can thrive. Conclusion. The intentional arrangement of objects within your home plays a profoundly vital role in cultivating and maintaining a harmonious and prosperous environment. By making seemingly small adjustments, such as thoughtfully moving certain items away from your TV, you can actively invite more positive energy into your living space. This, in turn, can contribute to promoting better overall health, increased wealth, and greater family harmony. Remember, a well-organized home is not merely aesthetically pleasing. It also energetically supports your personal success, inner peace, and overall happiness. So, take the time and make the effort to thoughtfully rearrange your space, and you may be pleasantly surprised to find that your fortunes shift for the better in subtle and significant ways. Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery. Wishing you all abundant good luck, profound peace, and lasting prosperity on your path. Until our next video, may you be well.